We've got a lot going on in my design studio today. You know, this is the part of the show where I take photographs that you, the viewer, send in, and I respond to them and play around with some ideas that perhaps will help improve the landscape. Now today we're taking a look at a house in North Carolina. It was built in 1935, and its owner, Amy, says, you know, we've done some remodeling on the inside and some on the outer, and now we're ready to take on the landscape. So Amy, how about some ideas that hopefully will get you inspired and get started on this landscape? Now, the first thing I want to point out is you've got a very long house. So I want to bring some vertical elements in here to sort of weigh out the length of the house, bring it more into balance. A couple of things I want to point out. Not so sure about the awning. You can see you've got this beautiful colonial broken pediment here on the top with the urn finial there. I think if we took this awning away, it would help the house tremendously. And then this light fixture here looks rather Victorian, so the style of it doesn't really fit the nature of this house. This light fixture and that entryway really come from two different periods or styles. You might think about just a single lantern that would be here. Now what I'm thinking here is one of those classic lanterns, a copper lantern that may even have an open flame in it on a single post. I think it would fit the style of the house much better. All right, now I think we'll probably keep this line in place. It's a little hard to tell from your photograph where this goes, and I like the fact that you can park here. I think I would consider marking this entrance maybe with some sort of white picket gate. Would create really a wonderful sense of entry. Now with that said, let's talk about some plants. I'm going to erase some of this red just so we can get an idea of what the planting might look like. I'd like for you to consider a white theme. Beautiful house. Let's see, what if we did a boxwood hedge? They do very well for you in North Carolina. That comes across here. Thinking something about 4 feet tall. Would come all the way along like this. Just enough room here in the front for a ground cover. Maybe this is just something simple like English ivy. You could have some daffodils that could come up in the spring through the English ivy. Do those all in white. Here's your boxwood coming all along. And then just behind the boxwood, what if we did a grouping of 3 white dogwoods for the foreground and underplant that with white azaleas. So you've got white azaleas all under this. And then over here next to the house, I think that if we did on this corner one of those beautiful Chinese snowball viburnums, and then just packed in the white azaleas all around the foundation and punctuate each side with boxwood. Keep the palette very, very simple. And then across the front, you could bring fern, southern wood fern, all the way across the front with maybe an ajuga ground cover. And then at this point here on the corner, if you could come out and do another one of those Chinese viburnums, I think it would be absolutely stunning. Now give those ideas some thought. What I'm thinking is that you'd be looking through the trees in the winter. It sort of hides the house until you come around and you see the front of it. Just a thought. Good luck with your project.